Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubianette. The things people do to get over on others are puzzling. There are some people in this world who will choose to live on the edge, break the law, and believe they can outsmart law enforcement. A 50-year-old Lithuanian man faked symptoms of a heart attack to avoid paying his restaurant bills. He acted extremely sick, clutching his chest and screaming in agony, an estimate of over 20 times. The scammer, only known as Addis J. Now, how is it the media hasn't released his last name? I wonder if his real identity was known during his arrest. Well, let's continue. Addis J attempted to scam another restaurant. Oftentimes, he wore popular brand name clothes and pretended to be a Russian tourist while ordering several food choices from the menu. As usual, he ordered a Russian salad, multiple glasses of whiskey with a large main entree. A meal consisting of seafood or entrecote were his favorites. On this particular day, Addis ordered a seafood paella and 2 whiskeys. The total bill was only $34.85 in euros, equivalent to $50.51. In my opinion, this isn't an expensive bill at all. I'm not saying that Addis J's theft is justified if the bill was larger. Stealing is a crime, full stop. But for those of you who eat paella, Spain's national dish is absolutely superb. In 2017, I traveled to Barcelona. The tour group and I indulged in different types of paella, seafood, meat choices, vegetarian, and so on for over a week. And for those of you who haven't explored Spanish food, it's definitely worth it. But back to the story. However, Addis did not consider paying this bill because he did not arrive with money. The scammer tried so hard to leave the restaurant. First, Addis lied to the restaurant staff, saying that he left the money in his hotel room. The employee did not fall for the okie doke. He didn't believe him. Next, when his scheme backfired, Addis clutched his chest. He exaggerated pain symptoms and faked a heart attack by falling to the floor. The restaurant manager of El Buen Comer said in quotes, "It was very theatrical. He pretended to faint and slumped himself down on the floor." End of quotes. Addis wasn't convincing. He could not earn an Oscar award for that performance at all. Instead of calling for an ambulance, the restaurant staff called police, rightfully so. When police arrived, right away they recognized Addis J as a habitual liar and con man. Once again, most scammers don't believe they will get caught. Addis J was used to getting his food bills comped or compensated because those restaurants did not want bad media press. The previous restaurants did not want customers to think their food, employees, or anything in their environment caused these heart attacks. So this is how Addis J manipulated many situations. Previously, police circulated pictures of Addis J. Restaurants had a heads up on what to expect from him. They were advised not to serve him any food at all. His criminal history stems from minor crimes when Addis dodged bills ranging from 13 through 60 euros. He had a 2-month crime spree. Some time ago, Addis spent 42 days in jail. Still, that wasn't a lesson that he learned from. This is one example of the fake emergency scam. Thankfully, the majority of individuals won't participate in these ploys. In this scam, con artists pretend to be legitimate professionals. Some people act as an authority figure. For example, a police officer, lawyer, judge, doctor. These are the most common roles working with a family member. During the scam, the con artists create an urgency. They will claim that the person they are contacting is the only one who can help. Even if the situation is really complex and several types of professionals can provide assistance, they will refuse. The tactic works or crime works when a person they know can join in the fake emergency scams. For example, a person may exaggerate pain and injury if they so-called fall and slip or slip and fall, and they perhaps get into a fender bender with a slight accident or work accident. In my personal experience, I remember meeting a man years ago at an online speed dating event. My match gave me his phone number, so I did a reverse phone call search. The search revealed this man's full name, address, and a lengthy history about him. In Google, I found that this man was a career con man, a professional plaintiff. Specifically, Marshall M. worked at several jobs and successfully sued his employers. Mainly, he worked as a waiter or server. He filed a lawsuit against every single one of the 11 companies he has worked for since 2007. One of his previous employers were sued twice. Allegedly, Marshall M. stated that his share of tips were taken out. He claimed that his monetary portion was included or attached to the cost of catered events. In one case pertaining to the All-Team Staffing Employment Agency, he charged the company of withholding $30 from his wages. The staffing company charged him for a background check investigation. Oftentimes, his employment has been short, even a few months. That did not stop him from suing these business venues. In all his cases, they were filed as class action suits with 450 or more co-workers. This professional plaintiff has sued expensive restaurants, hotels in Westchester County, a Rockland County country club, a yacht charter company, and so on. Needless to say, I did not communicate with Marshall any further. That's not the type of character traits I would ever look for in a date. And all companies need to do a thorough background check on him. Let's continue with Addis J. I'm so pleased that authorities caught on to his schemes. He should be charged for the medical costs of emergency workers assessing his vitals, blood pressure, EKGs, their time, and so on. The hardworking people are being taken advantage of. Their tax dollars are paying for the scammers' medical care or assistance, instead of a genuine sick person getting proper help. Food poisoning allegations is another scam. Of course, there's a good amount of people who have gotten gravely sick. A percentage of individuals have passed away, unfortunately. But there are numerous accusations of food poisonings that are false. If these scammers go public, there are negative consequences for the restaurants. For example, it decreases the brand image. There are negative customer reviews, and this has legal implications. And of course, the Department of Health must supervise the restaurant's food and beverages, the temperature, freshness, and preparation, etc. Because this is a growing crime across the U.S. and around the world, restaurants need to have experienced investigators to take care of legal procedures, especially in regard to suspicious and fraudulent activities. There are diners who use other excuses to avoid paying bills. Some people claim to have a sudden family emergency. Even when restaurants give cancellation fees, there are customers who refuse to pay. There are many people who cook their meals at home because they know it's expensive to dine out. Unfortunately, there are scammers who can't afford to dine out, especially at expensive restaurants, but they intend to save their money and get services for free. What a mindset to have. Even Addis J boasted after his arrest that it's only one night in jail and a minor infraction. So currently, all the restaurants that he scammed are cooperatively forming a plan to make sure he obtains his consequences or harsher consequences. What do you think about these con artists? Please leave your comments below. I would love to hear from you. And remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million and stay safe wherever you are.